A couple years ago, I did a tutorial on how to make your own SVGs, and I felt like it was time to re-record that video. I'm basically I am self-taught as far as Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop and those things go. And through trial and error, I have learned some things to make it go by a little bit quicker. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to find an image on Google to convert into an SVG. To turn it into a usable SVG for Cricut, you need it to be a flat image. So one of the easiest images is the Hello Kitty image. She is created to be a flat image. You don't find a whole lot of three-dimensional looking images for her. But because my kids are older, I have no idea what the popular kids shows and cartoons are on now. So I'm going to go with a safe bet, which is Peppa Pig. And Peppa Pig is also a flat image. So let's find an image. First thing I'm going to do is go over here and click on to images. And then I'm going to go here to tools, size, and go to large. You want a very high resolution image if you're using it to make an SVG. And disclaimer, I would not do this to sell. I wouldn't take images off the internet and convert them to sell because these images are copyrighted. So we're just going to find an image of Peppa Pig that we want to use. You can see that, oh, okay, it cleared up. So this is a good image. We're just going to use this image. So I'm going to right click and save as. I am on a Mac. Everything should be pretty similar regardless of what kind of device you're on. So ignore all my stuff here. You're going to right click, save as, and then save. You can rename the file or whatever you want to do, but I don't need to rename the file. So next I'm going to go over here to Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to click on Create New. You can name your file here, name it whatever you want to. And you want to make sure to change the size of your canvas. I like to use a 12 by 12 because most tabletop cutters, which are the people usually buying or using the SVGs, cut 12 by 12, and I like to make the images as large as I can and then allow for them to resize them. So click on Create. And once your window opens up, you can go up here to File and then Place, or you can just drag and drop, which is what I prefer to do. Once you have your image in, you can resize, or you can go ahead and start with this, with the size that it is. And I am going to start with the size that it is. Initially, you want to trace the image. So you want for Adobe Illustrator to trace all of the lines in the image. So I have it up here, but if you don't see it, you can go up here to Window, click on Window, and then go to Workspaces and Classic Essentials. So since I already have it, I'm just going to click it. Now, you want to kind of take note of how many colors are in your design for you to trace. And that's because you want for Illustrator to trace each color individually. Now, if I just click on Image Trace, I just get a single color, which does not work for this. So I'm going to go back. I could go over here to preset and click on whichever color, however many colors that I want to have, but I'm going to go back. I'm going to undo that, and then I'm going to click right here on tracing presets, which is the little down arrow next to image trace. I'm clicking on 16 colors because there are more than 6 colors. After that's done processing, you can see that it's been traced, but you still don't see your layers here. So you have to click on expand. Now, once we have expand, all of our layers are here. So I'm going to go through and go ahead and get rid of the colors that I don't need. So I'm going to click on the blue, the green. We're going to be careful with the yellow and the white. I don't think they're the same colors, but we shall see. So like I said, you click here on your layer here of the first color or whatever color you don't want, if you don't want in colors. If you do want to keep all of the colors, you just skip this part. So I'm going to go to same fill and stroke, let it select them all, and delete them. I'm going to do that with all of the colors that I do not want. Oh, we're not keeping the sun either. Another way you can do this is just to, if we do it this way, we need to go up here to Object, Ungroup. And then we should be able to, there we go. You can just scroll or drag your mouse over the areas you don't want to get rid of them a little bit more quickly. So now we're going to get into merging. Oh, let's get rid of the screen first. Now we're going to get into merging all the colors, because who wants to cut this as an SVG? So go first, select one of the colors. Go up here to select, same, fill and stroke, and then Control 8 on a Mac Command 8 on a Mac to merge those layers. And you continue to do that with all of the layers until you have merged everything that you want to merge. You can also click over here if you want, like that's the white. Now with whites, I always adjust the color a little bit to make it a really, really light gray, because for some reason whites don't seem to go over to design space very well. So just to avoid losing the white completely in the design, I just make them, the ones that are passed already, you should not have to change, but everything else you want to make sure you're changing it, or not changing it, merging. I forgot some pieces over here. You can either click them here and delete, or click them over there. So let's see, I am actually going to make these lines are orange, but I'm going to make them what color? Maybe I'll make them that light red. And to make it the exact same color, I am just copying the hex code and pasting it. Now we have all of our layers. Let's go ahead and change this white and make it a little gray. So all of our layers are there, and they're completely separate. This and this, actually, I am going to merge. And I like to merge all the light colors, whether they're close together or not. I sell a lot of SVGs. Nobody's ever complained about it, but I think personally that it's overwhelming when you open a file and it's a bajillion different layers with a little bitty, a little bit of red here and a whole bunch of red there and then some red over here. So I just merge them all together just to make it a little bit less overwhelming. So we have completely converted Peppa Pig into an SVG. So the next thing to do, obviously, is save it. And if this was an image that you had created yourself, say you drew it on your iPad with Procreate, and you're converting the image from Procreate into an SVG here in Adobe Illustrator. So when you go to save, it doesn't give you all of the options that people like to purchase. Or like when I sell an SVG, I provide an SVG, a PNG, DXF, and the EPS. And the reason why I do that is because different plotters and cutters take different file types. And there's nothing worse than getting an image that you can't use. Hopefully I'm including all of them. But to save them, you can save your SVG here and then your EPS here. Now, on this page, I mean here in the save as box, I'm just going to save that to my desktop as Peppa Pig SVG. You don't need to change anything, you just save it. But if you were, like I said, selling and you were going to sell the other file types too, you have to go to export, and then I go to export as. All right, so our next step is going to be uploading to Design Space. So I'm going to open up a new project, and then I'm just going to upload my newly created file into Cricut Design Space. I probably should have went through that a little bit slower. Maybe if you're a newbie, I'll go back and do it, show you again. So you just open the file, click on, and here's our file. Exactly the way it's saved. So we have it here, but I'm going to show you how I got to that image. You got to upload, browse, and then your computer browser window should open, and then wherever you save that file, you just double click it or click on it and then click open for it to open up in Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to hit cancel on this because we already got the image uploaded that we want. And my red's saved as the same color, no problem. But here is your design. I'm not sure why I moved her head or how I moved her head. There we go. Just Design Space being weird. And I probably should have combined. Well, I guess it is all combined. But anyway, here it is. This is what we have. I hope this was helpful for someone. The only thing left that would be left to do is to go over and click Make It. And here it shows you all of your different colors. That is the inside of the teeth, which is a weird color. But it shows you all the different colors you would need for this design. And 9 to me, for something, a single image, is still a lot. But that's beside the point. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful to you. If so, leave me a thumbs up, hit the bell notifications, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos.